I want you to look at these settings. We're at 1080p and we're shooting in RAW 1.7. All right, I'm going to hit the record button. Just want you to check this out. Bam. Hey guys, Nathan Brandon Masters. If you've researched the Blackmagic, and probably if you've bought one, you have done your research on it, you know that this camera is incredibly finicky about which SD cards it'll work with. The company has given, they've broken it down, said these are the cards we suggest, but the very popular SanDisk Extreme Pro, the one that they suggest, they don't really make them anymore, and they're kind of hard to find. You can generally find refurbs, if you look around for them, but for the most part, they have the new ones, the ones that I'm using, the V30, that's these right here, and even these are kind of iffy. I got these two cards from the same place. This one works, this one doesn't. So you guys have already seen me shoot 30 minutes worth of footage in ProRes HQ. This is ProRes 422 right here. I shot for 7 minutes on the card that you guys saw I had labeled for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. This one works fine in the Sony, no problem. This one works fine in the Blackmagic, no problem, with the exception of not being able to shoot RAW, which, again, is not an issue for me in the first place. Some of these cards will allow you to shoot all the ProRes stuff, but they won't allow you to shoot RAW. And they'll say that they should be able to. They'll say, oh yeah, we're fast enough. So I did try to shoot RAW with this one. It's like, nah, brah, not doing it. Now, if you go to the Blackmagic forum, there's a lot of people suggesting the cards that they work with and have had luck with. So I think you should go over there, check that out, and see, what they suggest you buy. And I'm also seeing people who've suggested formatting in the HFS file format, that if you do that, you'll have a better chance of success. And the only thing about that is if you're working with Windows, you can't really use that because an Apple format. All right, guys, so let's see what we can do here. Let's jump into the menu. We're going to format. And I'm just going to go with HFS. Format. All right, so now with my other one, I recorded some footage. I got 7 minutes in ProRes 422, but then the battery died. So let's see, we're gonna jump in here and let's see if it will recognize the card. That's all we want to see. So I'm gonna hit the record button, see what happens. Sorry about that, Batman. Let's see. Wow. Oh, okay, guys, there it is. It's recording. The card that's in there now is the Sony card that didn't even register. So that might be something to consider, guys. If you're having this problem, go ahead and reformat that card as HFS and see if that will help you out. Now, if you're working on PC, that might not be a good workaround for you because HFS is in Apple standard. Hey guys, it's me. I'm in the edit, and I just wanted you to see this real quick. I want you to look at these settings. We're at 1080p and we're shooting in RAW 1.7. All right, I'm going to hit the record button. Just want you to check this out. Bam. We're recording RAW 1080p. Let's just see how long it will record. Will it just record for a few seconds and then shut off, or will it keep recording? I just want to see this real quick. This card has been formatted as a exFAT card, and just want to check this out for a moment. All right, guys, so I'm just going to speed this up so obviously you don't have to just sit here and watch the camera roll down. But this is some useful information. I want you guys to see it as it happens, so you can verify it. So I'm going to stop the recording, and I'll show you which card this is. And it might surprise you because it wasn't one of the cards that I showed you at first. What card do you think I'm using to get this? All right. This is the card that I use with my Canon. And we're going to take it out. It's this one. There we go. We're using a SanDisk Extreme Pro 95 megabits 32 gig card, class 10, but if you see here, it has a 1 instead of a 3, okay? And it doesn't have the V30. So, you know, look for the cards without the V30. This is a refurb. It's like I talked about. It's a refurbished card. And I have another one around here. I thought I had another one around here. Maybe I don't. But I get these off of eBay. They're about 10 bucks. And you see I popped it in here, formatted as exFAT, then formatted as HFS, straight to exFAT. And I got 5 minutes of footage on there, 5 minutes of raw footage. So the ones without the V30 tag are the older cards. So that might be something that you want to look into. See if you can get these refurbished cards. They're usually cheap on eBay. You get them for about $10, $15. Much cheaper than the other cards. And they work. At least this one worked. But you're still going to need to make sure it's 95 megabits per second, class 10. That is key. Now, I do have one of the recommended cards. It's an older card. And it's a card I've used for a long period of time. So let's go ahead and format it and see what happens with it. Although I pretty much know where this is going to go. This is the card that they suggest that we use. All right, guys, here we go. And just as I suspected, it's recording, no problem. But like I've stated before, if you're not shooting raw, it doesn't seem as if you're going to have as much of a problem as, people who are shooting raw. As you've seen, my other cards, they shoot all the ProRes options. They just won't shoot raw, which doesn't make sense to me because they're faster cards. But these cards, and I believe I was reading in the forum, I think they changed the drivers on the newer cards, and they're just incompatible with the older ones. So they're incompatible with the Blackmagic Pocket as well as the cinema cameras. And since those cameras are, discontinued, Blackmagic isn't going to jump through a lot of hoops to make an update for those cards. At least I don't believe that they will. So hopefully this is helpful to somebody out there. As you've seen, all these cards work in some way, shape, or form. It's just depending on what you're trying to do with them. So that's it, guys. You take it easy. Nathan Brandon Masters. Oscar.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leads us.